was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Have you ever thought of how absurd this poem is? I mean, I don't think there is one house that is quiet the night before Christmas. I mean, for most people, there are like relatives over, weekly excited kids, and tired parents, and there could not possibly be a dull mood. Plus, how could there be how could there be like one mouse that is not moving? They're always scurrying about. But since I don't want to stand here and bash a classic Christmas song, I'll just tell you about how my family has a very lively Christmas Eve and all that helps. Preparing for holiday celebration for 10+ people is never a quick deal. Decorating for a birthday party can take hours, so why shouldn't decorating for Jesus' birthday party take days? Well, it does. Our house usually gets decked out from the weather vane to its foundations, with lights, wreaths, nativity sets, about 8 advent calendars, an artificial tree, years and years of ornaments, and little porcelain snowmen randomly placed. And of course, Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without 3 days spent stirring butter and sugar together to what magically becomes to the tempting coffee. This delicious tradition is pretty much expected from friends and family now for their usual presents. Speaking of presents, I don't know about you, but I basically freak out about having the right present for everybody. I gotta go through lists and charts and grids and whatever. Like, just so I can have everybody have the right thing. But finally, I just go out and spend what's burning a hole in my pocket and hope I get it right. To get to my favorite part, the wrapping. Now, I love wrapping presents, and this is probably because I'm a perfectionist and love to fold evenly over a nice little box. I probably don't have to tell you that my worst nightmare is a lady pointing at my attempts and saying, I don't find this acceptable. So, wrapping is a blast, but seeing the faces of your family opening the gifts is a treasure for sure. But first, there's a thing called waiting. Yes, waiting. And waiting. Christmas Eve, every child seems to have shot themselves full of caffeine, because there is no end to the dancing, singing, and general craziness while waiting for midnight mass. Even all that shoveling didn't wear us out. However, our happiness could not have been greater when Mom informed us that she had purchased our first snowblower, and it would arrive the next day. Now, it was actually possible for us to drive our 15-passenger van a few blocks to church. As usual, midnight mass was beautiful, and the 3-year-old tucked sound asleep on the pew. Precious. When we arrived home, everyone tried to sleep. The main word here being tried. Grace and I usually sing Christmas carols in our room until our eyelids droop, and Mom and Dad, Santa, shimmies down the chimney. I'm sure you all know the first words older siblings hear on Christmas morning. Wake up! Wake up! Yes! Oh, joy! Stockings at 5 a.m. Go away! But however old you are, you have to admit, you're still excited as that little toddler. Singing Away in a Manger, we all place baby Jesus, the many baby Jesuses, in their respective places, and then realizing we are hungry, a delicious breakfast follows. Finally, presents are unceremoniously ripped open before they had experienced too many peeks. The rest of the day is spent in hoarding or sharing gifts, depending on the person, cooking beef tenderloin, eating, playing Settlers of Catan, and singing Happy Birthday. Everyone has unique Christmas traditions, but after the 25th of December is over, what do people do then? Well, in my family, we play violent games of snow football. Thanks to the snow, no one gets hurt, but after the leftover pie for breakfast and all the treats, we are all out of shape, puffing, and grinning until our teeth turn into icicles. As to taking down the decorations, this happens after Epiphany, and if I told you how it's done, I would be sure to bore you. Now that you know, probably more than you wished, about how our Christmas is, how we decorate, what we eat, and my favorite parts, I wish to leave you on a good note. So without any further ado, the parting words of St. Nick himself. He sprang to a sleigh, his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good